Yo, it's my last stream until May 6th. We're going to dive into the charts. Got some big events coming. We got the Mike Perry fight and the Las Vegas Moon Party. So let me just do my posts. Go ahead and trickle in and let's tackle it, guys. Let's make it a good rest of the Friday evening. Hope you guys had a good Friday. It's going to be a good weekend. And stay tuned, strap in. We're going to make it a good one.
I know who you are. Yeah, but I heard you were dead.
Don't worry about what the fuck he be doing. It's DJ Smokey.
Hey, what's good? What's up, everybody? Good to have you guys in. It's my last stream until May 6th. I got these events coming up. Got this Mike Perry fight tomorrow. Got the Moon Party in Las Vegas. I will be in Las Vegas at the start of May. Gonna be a good time, man. Up or down, regardless what the market's doing. I'm gonna be doing my 100 push-ups and having the time of my life. Make sure you guys stay positive. We're gonna go over some of the bearish signs. I'm gonna talk about some moves I personally might consider doing. I'm not gonna advise anybody, but you know, my plans for handling the bearish signs and all that shit. We're gonna go over the Bitcoin charts, the stock market charts, and I'm just gonna answer as many questions as I can before you know, before I take a break from the YouTube streams. But if you're in the VIP, obviously I'll be updating you. I'll be posted on Twitter as well, since that is really no effort, no skin off my back to post on Twitter what I'm thinking. So I'll be on Twitter still, and I'll still be in the VIP taking care of my most loyal peeps. But the rest of you guys, you're on your own until May 6th, and I don't really feel bad, not gonna lie, because I'm not your financial advisor. I'm a guy named FloppingGroper on YouTube. What even does FloppingGroper mean? I actually looked this up, and flop and grope are related terms. Look, to flop is to wash out, to bust, to fail, to dud, collapse. And to grope is also, even though it has like a sexual, weird, creepy connotation to it, it really just means to fumble, to grapple on, to search for, fish around for. You're searching in the dark. You're searching in the dark for something to grab onto because you're lost. And so these terms, floppy and groping, my brother and I, ever since we were kids, we always used the term floppy and groping. It was just kind of like a family colloquial term we always used. And it seems like the word flopping peaked in the 80s. I guess this is a term from the 80s. But it looks like in the 2000s, your boy FG is bringing it back, man. Grope really had a bad time from 1980 to the year 2000, but I'm trying to undo that, man. I'm trying to bring flopping and groping back, baby. And apparently you guys are too, because I'm getting negative comments. I'm getting people pointing the fingers at me, even though I'm just like a simple weatherman and just a guy who's out here trying to preach you know, just empowered individualism. So it's funny seeing all the flopping and groping when my name is the Flopping Groper. It's like I'm a constant reminder. My existence is a constant reminder to be an empowered individual with with control over your life, not blaming others, not blaming external factors outside of your control. OG Blockchain, I did get an email from you, bro, but it was like some weird video link. I don't really know like what that was, so I didn't click it. But go ahead and just like shoot me another email and I'll check it out, man. Sorry about that, man. But yeah, like I did even try clicking it and like nothing popped up. But yeah, sorry about that, man. I do have a VIP Sky's Garage. If you email the email in my YouTube description, I only do the VIP if you schedule a call with me. So we do like a 2-hour consultation. I go over your trading history and like I get you on board with like what the VIP is, and I get you into the community. There's about 100 traders in there, all good people that I've vetted over like phone calls, and they're like early adopters of MC and stuff. So it's a good little crew, and you get the scoop on my TA. You get my like just my teachings and just my presence there. Like I'm there to answer all the questions and help my VIP members as best as I can. So just shoot me an email if you're interested in that. And yeah, so make sure you guys aren't flopping and groping. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are really like that worried about the price and you're that oversaturated in your bags, consider tethering your Bitcoin until greener pastures. Consider tethering until we're over the Q2 anchor or some point where you're not gonna fucking flop and grope. Like if you guys really feel like your capital is in that much danger, Why are you waiting for me to tell you what to do? I'm not a financial advisor. I can't get put on the line for this shit. This is your guys' job, your guys' money. It's your body, your mind, your family, your bank account. It's not FloppingGroper's. And so, but my recommendation to you is if you're fearful and you can't handle it, then tether. Tether until it looks better. Tether until the flows, look at the flows. Tether until the spot ETF outflows become inflows again, and we get a little more frothy flopping groping to the upside. So this isn't a hard decision to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really just a personal decision. Everyone's at a different spot. I don't want to tell someone who's a millionaire to dump all your Bitcoin and then this thing goes up, but I don't want to tell someone who's broke and over invested that they shouldn't. So, I mean, I don't know your guys' stories. You know, we all have our own journey in the investing world. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with tethering and sitting on the sidelines until you get a more favorable environment. So what I've been looking at to gauge the price, by the way, thanks for anybody who's joined. I know we got some new people and then also some regulars. What I've been reading the markets with is my anchored VWAP tools. So these lines here are the anchored VWAP tool. You go to your drawing tool here, you go to the anchored VWAP, and I like to place these at very relevant moments in the market. It's a volume weighted average price. So I've got one on the first of the year. That's our purple year to date volume weighted anchor that caught the recent bottom here. It also kind of predicted like this big surge upwards once we finally had a good quarter one. See that first candle? It's like, oh, now quarter one is promising. We got some major follow through. And so in a repeat kind of scenario, the April anchor, which is our Q2 anchor, this red anchor here placed on April 1st, you could in theory wait until a single daily body candle close over currently about $66,360, and that would give you a lot more of a hopeful outlook on Bitcoin from a quarter two standpoint. So that would be a great level to like potentially untether and get back in if the script flips and you know, just everything just flips on us, because right now things are pretty bearish, right? The weekly's aiming down and we're threatening to lose the 60 line. The 2 week directionally is aiming down. The 5 day not looking pretty. 2 day was looking good. Now it's flopping over. What's the daily? The daily was looking good. Now it's turning down again. Still at, you know, higher low territory. We're resting on this poop line, which is a anchored VWAP placed at our January 23rd ETF dump bottom. And so maybe it could hold, but we haven't seen any structural proof of that yet. I see that the MCA NickCipher ribbon is turning gray. If we flip on the secret weapon that my brother is still back testing, it did just turn gray. So, you know what I'm saying? It's actually a decent time to consider tethering until greener pastures. We're really not that far from Q2, and so it wouldn't be a shameful play to tether some Bitcoin or your Bitcoin until we actually showed signs of strength, because things do look quite weird right now, right? And I'm not afraid to tell you that. You know, my body's on the line. In my shorts, if you watch my shorts, I'm doing 100 push-ups a day till we hit 100K. Not because I'm a moon boy, but because I'm just trying to get jacked. It's like, don't overthink it. I'm literally just trying to get jacked with extra steps. It's up to me to hit as many birds with one stone. I need to get my fitness in check. I need to be watching the Bitcoin charts every day for you guys. This is how I do it. I hit all the birds with one stone. And it just makes things really simple to just be a weekday streamer and do my push-ups and just like have a simple life. I ultimately believe in Bitcoin. And so shit, like, is this just a weird, stupid, cringe addiction? Or am I really right about the future of finance? I need to turn that into something positive. So yeah, that's all that challenge is. You guys are welcome to join me. It's based off of an email leak, apparently from Satoshi himself. Maybe it wasn't Satoshi. Maybe it was a forged fake email from some pencil neck on Reddit. Who knows, man? Who knows, man? The whole Satoshi thing's one big mystery. So it's like this is all just one big faith play. So obviously in a faithless, faith vacuum society, we're gonna have lots of doubters. But at least don't doubt yourself. You know, if the market's dumping, hard times are supposed to make strong men, but the market's dump, and all I see is a bunch of flopping gropers and people that are so quick to bury their heads in the sand, you know, hunch over the keyboard like Schmeagol and like attack the first person they see, not do 100 push-ups a day. Take some accountability, guys. I know most of the people watching aren't in that family. Family of people. You guys are, we got a strong community, man. NickCipher strong. Dude, I can't wait till they release the secret weapon. I keep giving them like just little recommendations. Like I want to have them add like a fixed EMA option where I could use like the 20-day fixed EMA and then go onto my smaller time frames and like still have the 20-day moving average. Because the one thing I don't like about EMAs is how every time frame they're different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like the VWAPs. Like, see how we've gone into some smaller time frames, but these VWAPs are still at the same level. That's because VWAPs are set in stone. They are a control variable. No matter what time frame, this yellow line, for instance, is the same value on the x-axis. So it's like my control variable to see different time frames of waves, different time frames of candlesticks. So yeah, the anchored VWAPs, definitely my little special twang that I've added to the MC analysis community. We went over the bearish BTC signs. I wonder if there's anything, is there anything actually bullish bubbling up on the small time frames? When I look at let's look at the 4 hour. Nothing really, well, there's a little bit of like, if this can round up and we do create a green dot, you do have a bit of hidden bullish divergence here, where right here the price was lower. And if we can dig in a low on this poop line, I guess that would be like a hidden bull continuation pattern on the 4 hour, but I have a bearish bias because we're under the Q2 anchor. And so looking at longs, not really, especially with these macro timeframes looking the way they are, and the secret weapon turning gray and all this shit, you're kind of put in this short mode, you know. So now might not be the time to enter a short, but to enter a short, you would look to see some candle price action closing under the intraday VWAP, the white line on Cypher SR, or you could just enable the standard VWAP on TradingView. It's like totally free. Looks like bulls are actually trying to claim on top of the intraday for now. They just have a little bit of work to do, and I'm not really seeing much of this money flow. Looks like it might be trying to round out, but I don't see anchor trigger. I just see two big anchor waves. It looks pretty bloody right now. What about the 30 minutes here? Yeah, I mean, you see like this really nasty, like a rejection off the push-up line, the yellow line here. You got like that kind of an anchor trigger bearish setup there to the downside. The shorts seem to be playing out better than the longs right now. Just for the time being, you know, we got a lot of bearish biases stacked up, so there might be a long in here, but also like you're longing in the face of a lot of bearish cards stacked against you. It could play out, but the odds are kind of more in the bear's favor until we overcome Q2. As of right now, Q2 is kind of a bad quarter for Bitcoin. If we can get some daily closes over Q2, ooh, that's juicy. That means the script is kind of flipping. Things are looking a lot more hopeful for us. Yeah, the RSIs are nice and low here though. Not much clear divergence really. We did come down lower. Oscillators kind of held even here on this 30-minute time frame. Yeah, it's not looking super convincing for like a bullish basic strategy long. I'm not really seeing that right now. One thing I did notice is that ETH BTC is starting to creep over despite Bitcoin having kind of a shit day. I guess that means that Ethereum kind of held pretty okay today. Because when we look at the ETH BTC chart, look guys, we're creeping over the Q2 anchor. And so could this be the start of some sort of ETH trending on Bitcoin, some sort of weird alt season, like ETH maybe dumps less hard than Bitcoin or something like that? Not sure, but something is starting to happen here. Maybe if we can get a daily candle close over the ETH BTC quarterly anchor here, this April anchor, I might consider looking at ETH a little bit more, and then I would do a little more research as to which altcoins are trending on ETH at this current moment. But with Bitcoin looking so weird, the idea of buying altcoins kind of seems like not very attractive. So it kind of seems like I might be looking to tether. I might be looking to tether and just kind of sit on the sidelines, depending on how the weekly close looks. I think that I'm gonna wait and just be a little patient for the weekly wave to actually get a close under that 60 line. And if that happens, then I'll simply just do what I did in the last bull cycle and just get out right at that moment right here, and hopefully I avoid something dirty. Or if it comes up and the script gets flipped, I'll just get back in and it's whatever. But it just seems like kind of a freaky time. It's definitely a freakish time for the markets, man. A lot of flopping and groping, a lot of bears rubbing it in your face, making you feel bad, all this shit. Kind of negative atmosphere. You know, and there is that phrase like to buy people's fear and sell people's optimism and all that shit, but the charts just simply don't look that good. Like NickCipher's not looking too hot right now for the time being. If you are flopping and groping, King Solomon, why are you flopping and groping, man? Stop flopping and groping. If I could slap you with a fish, I would, man. But practice personal autonomy over not just your body, but your money. Don't be afraid to tether up, bro. It's okay, man. If you tether up and then wait for it to pump a little bit and look a little more hopeful, wait for a more hopeful Q2, that's not dumb. If it pumps to that point, you're not dumb. That was responsible what you did. So don't flop and grope. Make a personal decision, not based on like, you know, I'm not a financial advisor, bro. Just do what you got to do to stop flopping and groping. Listen to your heart, you know?
You're listening to DJ
Yeah.
Smokey.
Yeah, stop flopping and groping, man. Put it all in the Luna. No Limits Cushmaster says. That's so funny, bro. Yeah, put it all into some Richard Hart tokens, bro. Put it all into, man. So the S&P actually had a decent little day. Look at the S&P coming up. Damn. S&P on the daily, the secret weapons turning blue, turning bullish for us. Look at the DBSI giving us a bullish 25. And it looks like we're coming back over our February anchor, or at least tussling with it. Looks like we just tested the Q2 anchor. So we got some stiff Q2 resistance here. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Ooh, this is juicy. The Q2 anchor with a bear div. You see the higher price action. You see the waves not really reciprocating. I'm actually seeing a bit of a short scalp here on the S&P, even if it does chew its way back up over all these anchors. It looks like a little bit of resistance here at the quarterly anchor, but wow, I'm impressed at the S&P coming back. I'm impressed at ETH BTC shooting over its Q2 anchor. The only one that's disappointing us is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been leading the charge, and now here it is kind of like lagging behind a little bit. We're like the most gropiest we've been on Bitcoin in a while, and yet the S&P is coming back. ETH BTC seems to be coming back. NASDAQ is back. The attack of the NASDAQ. NASDAQ was looking the shittiest of all these charts. It was like just crumbling down from its yearly anchor there. But look, we pumped up and filled these yellow X's. I got a theory about these yellow X's, guys. If you see yellow X's, that shit's coming back around, man. Like, we're gonna dump further from those yellow X's, but the price is gonna come back up to these X's. I've been mentioning this in the last couple streams. Look at the S&P yellow X's, like they fill like gaps and shit. It's crazy, man. It's those whale that I feel like it's like they're setting these low limit orders, dragging the price down, and then it all gets eaten up, and then boom, and then it fills. You could probably back test that too and see some. I mean, I guess obviously be true because this market's up only, but yeah, you see these yellow X's get filled. Yellow X fill, yellow X down a little bit, but then it gets filled. Sometimes they get left in the dust for an extended period of time, but it does come up and fill that shit. And that's about at the level where it evened out too. So yeah, be mindful of those yellow X's. How's Sol BTC doing? Sol BTC looking to come over the intraday VWAP, so we might see some bullish action start happening, but it is under its, what anchor is this? This is the, ooh, this is the, okay, this is our year to date. We'll make that purple. So the year to date still giving Sol BTC some issues. If you wanted to be hyper bullish on Sol, you could wait for us to reclaim this purple line, and then that would give you a little bit more of an inclination that Sol is actually going to do something again. Sol had a great run, but how is that Sol narrative doing? We don't really know, right? Honestly, I would say the narrative is struggling until Sol BTC can overcome its year to date. And also the quarter two, which is the one that started on April 1st, is above the year to date. So yeah, both of these anchors are bearing down, whereas ETH BTC is overcoming Q2, making a what could be a sharp run up to the year to date. We'll make that year to date on ETH BTC purple. So look at this. These are very different charts. Like, look at the gap from quarter two all the way to the year to date. I feel like this is a surefire move of about 8% that Ethereum can fill if it does start running on quarter two. Whereas Sol BTC, it's like the VWAPs are kind of in like reversed. You got the year to date below, and we're just very far from there. But maybe we do come up and retest those sentiments. So Sol does have some good trending over Bitcoin. But then it still has that tough resistance to contend with. Awareness says, what's up, FG? My long got stomped out, but I'll live to trade another day. Good job, man. Good job not flopping and groping. I've been telling people, if you're flopping and groping and you're just like completely, let's say you got like a $250,000 sitting there, and tomorrow you don't want that shit to be 180, 180,000 or some shit in the next couple days. Like, it's okay to tether. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't feel bad about tethering and waiting for some recovery over the Q2 anchor. Wait for quarter two to look better and protect your capital, man. You know what I'm saying? The inflation's not going to get you if you hold on to some dollars for a couple weeks. It's really not that big a deal. It's nothing to flop and grope over. And on top of that, you could just hold and just simply cover it with a short. You could short. Like, up is good, down is good. If you're really a trader, then you should just be happy to see some volatility. Sideways is what traders hate. Stagnancy is what kills. If you're going down, that means you're trying. If you're failing, if you're floundering and flopping and groping, that means you're trying to do something, right? So it's okay for ups and downs in life. Those are opportunities to overcome them. So in trading, you can make money up and down. You can freaking short. But yeah, if you're thinking about like, what do I do with my hodl bags and shit, you could tether for the time being if you want. Just don't do anything and then blame flopping groper. I'm the freaking weatherman. Do you blame the weatherman for a tsunami? I don't think so, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to just to help you guys be the best people you can be. Be my brother's keeper. Make sure that there's someone showing up for MC on a regular basis that from behind the scenes, like I'm just doing my job, man.
New York City in the year 2022. Nothing runs.
Yeah, and I would definitely recommend getting some fresh air. I went for a hike today. It's springtime. It's the best time of year. It's earnings season. That's another reason why things aren't looking so hot, is because man, it's earnings season, man. You know, the last quarter ended. It's April, it's springtime. This is what I mean when I say sell in May, walk away. I freaking tweeted this shit, and one person liked the tweet, and I'm an alien a couple weeks ago, and I've been covering this shit nonstop. I laid down the Q2 anchor and said if we stay under here, it's bearish. I called the short at the Q2 anchor. And so out of anybody in the space, man, I'm the guy freaking telling it as it is. And even though my ass is on the line doing push-ups until we go to 0, because 64K is the top forever, you don't see me crying. You don't see me flopping and groping. I'm showing up and helping people, you know? So if I can do it, you guys can. But don't tell your family that that the whole world's fucked and everything's going to shit. Just say it was a good day, baby, or it was a bad day, baby, because your family knows what to do. If it was a good day, you know, they're going to reward you. If it was a bad day, they're going to console you. But don't give them the dirty details, man. Consult your mentors in your trading community about your internal flopping and groping. But be a Greek statue for the people in your life. Be their pillar of support, not a flopping fish on the deck who doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Man, thanks for telling them to hit the like button. I don't want you to like, I want you guys to love me, as my brother says. Let's look at the H-bar. Ooh, these H-bar bearings, the squiggly line seems to be playing out. H-bar continuing to get screwed after apparently, like, it wasn't BlackRock who pumped the price. It was just some goon on Twitter who said it was BlackRock pumping the price. And so I'm anticipating this dumping all the way back down into the linear uprising channel here. May have an overall, like, bullish outlook perhaps, but will it trend on Ether BTC? I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep looking at it. And I did just buy some H-bar because I got bamboozled. I thought I was getting some at a good discount down here. But as I kept watching it, I was like, damn, maybe we have to dump lower to this rising channel here. And so I got H bamboozled. Let's just say that much. But yeah, I'm going to keep watching that one. Litecoin continuing to be boring. Man, I don't even like talking about Litecoin. I'd rather talk about some meme coins like, let's see here. Let's look what Floki's been doing here. Let me do, I'll do like some monthly analysis on some of these meme coins. Hopefully we're chilling. Hopefully you guys like the music, man. DJ Smokey got me through the bear market, bro. Running in the mountains, listening to my DJ Smokey. Smoking good kush back when I was still a private individual, just with my little gym Instagram. Once I got back into trading and doing MC and all this whole world, this whole NickCipher world, I quit smoking, and I quit a lot of things for you guys, honestly, like out of a sense of duty. But man, I still love my DJ Smokey, man. So when I do a monthly analysis on Floki, we got these anchors going on here. Looks like we hit some resistance on, what is this anchor all the way back here? The March anchor, I see. So we're hitting some resistance on the March anchor here, coming back down into the gulag. Seeing a little bearish trigger wave on the daily on Floki. Let's see if it's backed up by the 12. Okay, so the 12 hours also looking bad. You see a hidden bear div. Look, the price created a lower high, whereas the oscillators got overextended. That's a bearish hidden div on Floki, sending us back into the gulag. When I look at Pepe, do we see the same kind of signs? Same kind of, not really as convincing of a hidden bear div, but you do see the flatlined price with the tired oscillator right there. And let me do the quick monthly analysis on the Pepe. We do love Pepe, man. I want to be Pepe the Frog one day. When I get good enough at these push-ups, I'll be like jumping around on the floor like frickin' like a frog, man. I'll be like a toad. You can see Pepe tried to escape the gulag. I don't know if maybe the dogs are coming after it, but it does seem like you're getting a little bearish trigger wave. Maybe it has to slam back into the gulag and it's not out of the gulag and there's dogs chasing it. Not sure, man, but it did look promising there. It looked like Pepe was gonna just freaking shame the whole market and just keep going there. Might be a false break, not really sure. A bounce off of this anchor would be quite bullish for Pepe if it could flip the script, but right now it's looking a little bad. The weekly, yeah, losing that 60 line. It's almost, it screams to me like you got an opportunity to get out of Pepe for the time being until this comes back over the 60 line. I don't know, it's the yellow oscillator is creeping up. Man, yeah, when the 8 hour crossed below the 60 line, that was a good indication of more downward action. You see the secret weapon flip gray there. Right now we're just dealing with some gray action, man. This daily Pepe might turn gray very soon. Shiba Inu. Secret weapon turning gray. Bearish trigger wave. So meme coins running into some drama. I'm curious why ETH BTC is showing this strength. Like, what did ETH do today? Did ETH just simply like not dump as hard? Or like, how is this happening? ETH, because ETH's not really looking that great either, guys. So the fact that ETH BTC is coming up, I don't know. Let me get a daily close over this. That would be freaking hilarious if I've been scoping this move out this whole time and then it just goes, oh, shoots right up. That would be silly, bro. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope I have some time to react on the daily to ETH BTC. But it looks like Secret Weapon did flip long on the daily on this pairing. So maybe I'll do some tweets or post in my VIP about coins that might be trending on ETH next couple days. Real quick, I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. SA Razor says thoughts on Link. You know, I made a great Link play last year. Right now, Secret Weapon's gray. Let me look up Link ETH. Link ETH not looking too hot, man. I want to see Link ETH trending. The thing about investing in a lot of these shit coins is they don't really trend on their main net. Like you gotta make sure that it's in a good, strong position in the ETH pairing before you think about buying this shit. So Link not showing the strength that I want on the monthly. Oh, that was the monthly chart. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, it's still not really like showing. Let me get some anchors going here. Let me dial this in a little bit here. All these anchors are from a recent downtrend we've had. So the last few months have not been kind to Link. Yeah, if it could come over the Q2 anchor, I guess you could say that it could do something over Ethereum. But I would wait for some overcoming of that Q2 anchor, bro, at the very least, to think about having some ETH, some chain link over Ethereum. Ethereum alone is not doing good, let alone Link. Real quick, guys, let's go over the event. So we've got this event tomorrow. You guys gotta tune in. You gotta watch Mike Perry. He's all over our Instagram. I've been reblogging him. I'm like David Rebloggins out here, man. He just got like a custom fit with our NickCipher logo on it. He's looking freaking dope. So you guys gotta watch this fight. If anything, just to hype you up to trade. And it's just a reminder that there's blood out here, man. Like we got fighters smelling blood, not just in the ring, but in the markets, man. Like this is real people doing real shit. Grounds us in reality. Reminds us that even when we're winning, we're still gonna get punched in the face in this brutal game of trading and investing. So it may not seem like there's much in common between what we do and what Mike does, but these are some of the toughest businesses out there, man. Investing and fighting. And so yeah, just support him, man. He's risking his life to inspire us and to feed his family. He's got a beautiful family with his wife Latori and his two beautiful kids. I think Perry's got it in the bag, man. But you know, even if Perry loses, even if Alves is a freaking dog, which you know, I think Perry's got this in the bag, not gonna lie. But that'll teach us a really good lesson about victories and losses, man. That's what we need in the trading world, is an honest conversation about ups and downs, victories and losses. Yeah, man, no matter what happens, I got Mike Perry's back. He's a friend of mine. He really is one of the people who inspired me to get my life back on track, and he's a big reason why I stand here before you guys, able to just be here right now, you know. So I owe Mike Perry a lot. He's always gonna have my support, and even if he did like hit like a career, like take an L in his career, like, man, it's like there's positive in there. There's positive in the down. There's positive in the up. If you're someone who relinquishes your support the moment someone or something takes a hit, then you're not really a friend, man. You're not really a real believer. You ain't real, dog. But Alves is definitely a dog, man. He looks like a tough ass dude, bro. Look at him. Awareness says, I hate to say I bought XRP at 40 cents. I don't know if I sell now or sell at 80 or 60. Yeah, that's a tough call when you get entombed, bro. When you get when you're on that Titanic sinkage, man. That's a call you're gonna have to make yourself. Yeah. But also, like, so this is your problem right now, man. Like, you've got a problem on your hands. Your ability to really tackle the problem is really gonna matter, you know. And so maybe use an anchor tool, use the volume weighted anchors to figure out a point where Ripple would be showing some strength, and if we can get back over that anchor, consider rebuying back in. So maybe tether it for now, but you gotta be watching it, because like what I hate about Ripple is when it does pump, it mega freaking pumps and you have no time to react. This is why, like, Ripple is one of my least favorite coins to invest, because like it's a coin that gives you very little reaction time. It makes it very hard to like tether like your investment and then get back in when it starts showing strength, because it just like spikes up in these gigantic pumps and then dumps right down again after. So I'm not really like, man, I never really had that much Ripple. I don't think I own any Ripple right now. But I do feel you, Awareness. Just make sure you handle that situation with intelligence and caution. JE says it's a great comparison, FG. I also wish you all knew how similar trading is to treasure hunting. What kind of treasure hunting, bro? Are you like diving into sunken ships and like finding golden doubloons and shit, or are you panning for gold? Or this guy's a pirate in the chat, Fax Pirate. All right, we got a bunch of pirates in the chat, bro. Treasure hunting. I hope you don't give me the plank, bro, or don't make me swab the poop deck. So yeah, make sure you tune into the Mike Perry fight tomorrow. And if you're in the Vegas area, go ahead and this is your chance to network with me and Crown. We'll be at this moon party May 3rd, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday. We got a little pool party there too, so bring your swim trunks and your babes. $40. Support our blockchain artists here. Should be a good time. Bubbles looking like shit. Crypto news looking like shit. Waiting on these China. Waiting on there's like the China version of BlackRock that's getting into the whole Bitcoin ETF thing. I know that's kind of hype. There's some hype things, as much as our US government is just like flooding the crap out of and just causing all this fear and stirring up a ruckus, man, with talks about like taxing capital gains before profit taking and shit. Like, they're just Biden needs to just kind of sit down and eat some oatmeal, man. So yeah, they're like shaking the markets for no reason. A little bit suspicious. First you get World War III shit, then you get this Biden oatmeal, blabbermouth, SEC, random government FUD. It's funny to watch, man. And then all the flopping and groping that ensues. The real King Solomon says alts follow BTC. If BTC follows, so do your alts. This is true. This is true. There's one thing I'm looking at though, Solomon, which is this ETH BTC trend. Interestingly enough, even though ETH has been doing terribly, this is overcoming its Q2 anchor. There's maybe a budding case that Ethereum holds a little better than Bitcoin. If we can get a day or two of closes over the Q2 on ETH BTC. I know it sounds a little wonky, but Ethereum, whether it simply dumps less or it goes sideways, or it does have a little weird pump that goes counter trend to Bitcoin, this is something I'm looking at here. But yeah, for the most part, man, if BTC dumps, man, we're dragging that shit with us, bro, man. Especially on a macro case, if we get some everything bubble pop shit, you got these freaking you got the inverted, let's see, that's freaking bonk. Let's see, where's my yield curves? The yield curves, man. If later this year in like Q3 or something we get some yield curve action, bro, oh man, and then man, the crypto hasn't even been around last time this shit happened, bro. Crypto is just one big part of the everything bubble, man. So it's gonna be blood in the streets for like all these projects. It's gonna be craziness, bro. It's like gonna be Bitcoin and maybe like one other crypto might survive that shit if we get into that scale of a recession. I wonder if this simply does just like come up and just uninvert on us, or if this actually, because look how far down this has gone compared to previous times. Makes you wonder if this just has like maybe like another bottom down here, and this does have a lot more time to play out. But for the time being, on this weekly chart, you see the money flow rounding up, a little trigger wave. It almost seems like it's making a play there right now. But also this is such a deep cut under zero. Maybe it hits some resistance at the zero line and we get another kind of plunge down, something like what happened back here, where you get this like larger sub-zero kind of pattern going on. Not really sure, man. But typically when we cross above over zero, spells bad news for the S&P. You guys know what happened in 2000 and 2008 with the markets, man. So just some bad macro science to look at. This is a leading, you know, we talk about leading and lagging indicators. This is a leading indicator, like by definition. Bitcoin dominance looking weak on the weekly. Weekly with divergence. Money flow is still nice and thick, but directionally speaking, you've got a bear div, you got the yellow oscillator coming down, looking like it was trying to make it to the 618 up at 60%, but yeah, and the secret weapon is still bullish for now, but not for long. Even on the 2-day, it flipped bearish. If the weekly Bitcoin dominance secret weapon flips gray, that would be bad. I mean, you got a lot of divergence here stacked up. Would not be good for Bitcoin dominance. Looking at Solano on the weekly, we lost that 60 line. Solano not looking hot, man. You know, when I invested in Solano last cycle, I got wrecked on my Solano. That was a fuck up. Yeah, for some reason I sold a bunch of Bitcoin, but like I didn't sell my Solano. I got messed up on my Solano. I'm trying not to make that same mistake again, man. Not only do I not hold nearly as much Solano as last cycle, but this looks like shit. I think I'm just gonna tether my Solano, man. But if I do any crazy moves like tether shit, I'll let my VIP know, so I'm not making moves like behind your guys' back and shit. I'll keep it transparent. But yeah, man, right now, all I got on my mind is this Mike Perry fight. I actually went to this gym and trained at the start of March. Let me see if, let me find that part in the video where in his gym is like a big picture of him with our logo. See? That's like just hanging on the wall in their gym. It's our company logo. So like I walked into their gym, saw this shit, and I just felt like I belonged there, man. And like all these young dudes are training in there, and they were all like humble and like just like happy to see Mike's sponsor in the gym. And I left it all on the map, man. I'm still waiting on that footage from his guy. He's been busy prepping for fights. His boy Danny, his cameraman, was just in Dubai handling karate combat, so I'm not rushing him on editing my footage for me, you know what I'm saying? But they got some good footage of me doing shit like this with Mike. You guys hear that thunder? Holy shit, it's storming out here. But yeah, Mike is just a beast, man. Hopefully he kicks some ass. Damn, that thunder's crazy, man. Paper Beats Rock says, "Dear, please Hong Kong, save my bags, dude." Yeah, we're waiting on the Chinese, man. We're waiting on the Chinese to push some buttons in the Chinese boardroom. Hopefully the Chinese BlackRock can save us. But really, that's all we're hoping for, man. The technicals, the charts ain't looking so pretty. If someone tethered at this point, you know, I really wouldn't blame you. But I wouldn't get lazy. I would keep watching the charts every single day. We can show some strength over the Q2 anchor and the script can somehow flip from the China. If Xi Jinping can save us, man, it's possible. Q2 is still hopeful, but as of right now, we're under that Q2 sentiment. Simply a precarious situation to be in for the crypto markets. So any last questions for me before I skedaddle? Since this is my last stream until May 6th, I'm taking next week off to handle my events, my traveling. I'll be networking, tweeting, doing things for my VIP, handling payroll, all sorts of stuff. If anyone has any last questions for me, just know that man, I'm here for you guys. If you guys are having questions or concerns, you can shoot me an email, nickcipherfg@gmail.com. This guy wants me to check out Near. Don't really know much about the project, but on the daily, you got a, looks like a bullish secret weapon. Do a quick little monthly analysis. Holding up really good over its anchor, bro. Holding up really good, Medster. It's actually showing very, very good strength here. Look at that. We're out of the gulag, and it's looking promising. You know, it does kind of remind me of a little bit of what Pepe was trying to do before Pepe came down. You see, Pepe had this like trigger wave, and now the oscillator is aiming down. So when I look at Near, you do see a little bit of that trigger wave potentially, like maybe there's some dogs coming after us and we're not quite out of the gulag yet. But as of right now, it's showing some strength. But yeah, on the daily, look at that yellow oscillator coming down. Honestly, bro, like there's a little bit of hidden bearish divergence here. You see the price not going higher. A little bit of oscillator exhaustion with a yellow oscillator aiming down. Little bit of a bear div here going on with these waves here, bro. I would say be wary of these highs, man. If you know, if we slip under, what you could do, bro, is if we slip under the intraday VWAP, the white line here, let that be your guide. If we all of a sudden start crumbling down on this thing, look for a short back down to the anchors for sure. That being said, it's in a better position than Pepe because we're still holding up here. We are over the anchors. It is showing some strength. I would just say let the intraday VWAP be your guide. Maybe perhaps put a stop loss down under there or some shit like that. I don't know, man. But cool coin, man. I like that you got me looking at this one because it's a different looking chart than most of what we're seeing. This is showing a bit of strength. Is it tired out already though? We do see some tiring signs. Grok USDT. Let's look at Grok USDT. Check out this pairing. Ooh, we got a big old dumb pump here. I'd be cautious with stupid Dumbo pumps like this, man. I'd be cautious. Damn, look at that, like, single wave anchor trigger set up there. Do a little VWAP analysis. So far, these are a good couple months of up. A lot of room up here, all the way up to the... That's your March anchor right up there. But look at that, man. We pumped up over the April anchor, and we're actually finding some strength over it. The daily wave is really not looking too bad. Actually showing some strength over these anchors. Looking like it might come up to that top anchor there, man. Perhaps. I'm not seeing any daily tiring signs. I mean, we did have a hidden bear div right here. You see how the oscillator got tired, price came lower, but that played out. And then we came in up and pumped off this like 12-hour anchor trigger. And we did just come over a bunch of anchors. So Grok's actually looking half decent, man. Not much to go off of on the weekly, but seems like a lower high there on Grok on the weekly. Let's check out Gala. Got you, Mr. 7. Got you on Gala. Looks like we were doing an analysis on this the other day, but let's reset that. Paper Beats Rock says, some guys were talking about the ETFs being the only thing that's going to majorly affect the price now, and the halving doesn't even affect the price. The halving, from a price perspective, yes, it is a reduction in supply. Yeah, it is a bullish factor, but with each halving that happens, that factor becomes less and less. So yeah, I would say that the inflows and the outflow situation is a bigger factor on the supply and demand, you know, because the inflows and outflows is demand, whereas halvening is like supply. Yes, halvening reduces supply, but there's so much control of the demand with these inflows and outflows that I think that they have a good point with that shit. That being said, when these flows are high, the price is high. When the flows are low, the price is low. And so is the flows a leading indicator on what price is going to do? I would argue no. I would argue that the flows are just gonna do what the price is doing, and actually they're kind of just aping in when the price is going up and aping out when the price is going down. At least that's what's been happening. You do see a slight uptrend in the outflows. So the outflows are getting less. Potentially a resistance line breakout. Like if you were to draw a triangle on this like consolidation of inflow here around the zero line, it almost looks like it broke out and it's like coming down to test that triangle as like a support. And so who knows, man, maybe the outflowing has slowed down a bit. Maybe it's only gotten started. I'm not really sure. But so far, the inflow outflow charts that I've been looking at, it kind of just mirrors the price action, and it's kind of like just like a lagging indicator of you know, but it is definitely an important aspect when it comes to the demand side, whereas halvening affects the supply. That's kind of the most of my understanding on it. Medster says the question we want to know is if the pricing has already been priced in from halving. No, because obviously the cumulative effect of less Bitcoin being sold every day stacks up over time. That being said, it's less Bitcoin than any previous halving in the past. So the supply element of the halving has only just begun. Yes, there was some news selling aspect of the halving hype, But do you understand how like now like the environment itself has changed? Like we were in a forest of supply. Now we're more in like a desert of supply, you know? And so the actual environment changes after a halving. And so it does affect the long-term supply situation over time. And even though it's a small amount each day, that stacks up over 1,000 days. That's a lot of Bitcoin that's no longer going on exchanges being sold. So the halving does have a sizable effect on price over a period of time. But the initial like frothy hype halving as a Bitcoin holiday of a bunch of Bitcoin people, you know, people like me who say halvening and hype up the halvening as like this nice holiday for crypto people, like that aspect of it was priced in 100%. But the ongoing supply reduction element is still ongoing. But I believe that is outpaced by what the ETFs and the inflow outflow situation is. So I'm actually with that guy saying that shit. Hopefully that makes sense. So we look at Gala here. I think I just did my anchors. Nope. Let's see. And we'll call it a day after this since the music's over. But thanks for bearing with me, guys. Gala's under its anchors, not looking pretty, man. Out of all the coins we looked at, it is looking the weakest. We're falling under our year-to-date anchor right now, and all the other anchors are overhead. So yeah, it's like we're kind of on the last line of support on Gala. Money flow coming down on the daily. Let's check the weekly. Weekly just lost the 60 line. Not seeing anything inherently bullish on Gala. I would definitely let that thing settle out, man. Big time. So yeah, that is it for the stream. I hope you guys, you know, just take care of your bodies, take care of your bank accounts, protect your capital. Don't be afraid of a little inflation getting you. If you're really flopping and groping and concerned about getting entombed right now, I would say that it's not the worst idea to wait for Q2 to look like a promising quarter before re-exposing yourself. So if you really are that deeply exposed and you feel like, man, did I fuck up? I would say trust your heart and do what you got to do. But everyone's in their own situation. Like one guy maybe has like, you know, millions to keep deploying and doesn't have to worry about mixing his Bitcoin in his real life situation. Others of you do. So it's hard for me to give some flat overarching advice, and it's not my job. I'm not your financial advisor. But Tether was invented for a reason, so that we could be in the crypto space and be immersed in crypto and not flop and grope. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to see any flopping and groping. I don't want to see any negative comments. Down is good. Enter a short trade, for freak's sakes. If you're that scared, profit off of your fear. You know, start looking for shorts. You're a trader, right? And so yeah, that's my take on these signs. You can't say, if anything bad does happen, you can't say FG didn't tell you about it, because I'm just reading what MC says. And if the script flips, we overcome Q2, I'll happily switch gears, man. Happily. I'm kind of just going with the flow of shit. You know what I'm saying? I got an idea of how things ought to be, but the price is king, bro. Whatever the price is doing is reality. You know, you could have an umbrella over your head, but if the rain's still hitting you in the face, well, then you weren't thinking about the wind blowing, bro. Like there's something that you missed. So yeah, cheers to you guys. God bless you. Stay safe. Check out the Mike Perry fight. Go ahead and support him on social media. He's risking his life to inspire our community. And if you're in the Vegas area, feel free to shoot me an email or hit me up on Instagram or something. Might go for a hike in that Vegas area when I drop in or something. I don't know, man. But, man, I love you guys. Thanks for the support. And I'll talk to you guys on May 6th when I'm back. If you're not in the VIP, if you do want to follow me on Twitter, go ahead and follow FloppingGroper on Twitter at FloppingGroper. I'll make sure to do some market updates while I'm away from streaming. And if you want like TA charts and stuff, go ahead and consider joining the VIP in the description below. Shoot me an email and we'll get that going. So yeah, cheers to you guys and have a good one.